those relatives that want to stay at your house too long after they're visiting. Yeah, they want to act like that. Different parts of us and our old self want to act like that and don't want to leave. And, you know, and that's where we really got to be more adamant about changing, you know, our mentality and that version of ourselves to be better each and every day. This version, it don't fit into the space of our lives today. It always wants to make room somewhere so it can still hold value, even though it doesn't hold any value anymore. For us to champion in this thing called life, we all have to work on cracking the case. And y'all know, listen, I love my acronyms as always. The C in cracking the case. And case is the acronym that we're going to use for this instance, right? The C is the old character limitations. We just realign our lives. We must realign our lives with the new character development tools we have used while learning from others close to us or mentors that have guided us to the version we are striving to continue to become on a daily. Accusations. A is for accusations and assumptions. These can either be true or false about ourselves, right? The accusations where, you know, you didn't come through here, or, you know, some things that people make up because they didn't get the whole story, etc. But assumptions is not nearly the same. We're talking about accusations and assumptions. Assumptions are things that we have come in agreement with that don't hold and don't have any proof. They hold only the weight that we give it in our minds. And a lot of times we assume the worst about ourselves before we even give ourselves a chance to actually change. And some things we really have to go to a higher being. In my case, I talk to God. I'm like, listen, man, I got these shortcomings with myself where it's just like, I feel like I'm never going to be better than where I am right now. And we're going to talk more about that as well. S is for self-control and self-esteem. Our inability to remain poised and under control limits what we can accomplish in life. Self-sabotage is real. Real talk. Our dysfunction within ourselves will oftentimes mess up opportunities and limit our advantages in different areas of our life because of the fact that we mess up something that really is going to be good for us. Or we shortchange ourselves. We try to shortcut instead of actually going through the process so that we can really reap the fruit of what we're actually doing. It's real. We can be our own worst enemy in that regard. We can destroy and annihilate everything that can actually give us a great future by the words we speak, our behavior, or our actions to people, places, and things. This brings on self-esteem issues where depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts will overtake your mind to remind you of your failures and how much of a screwed up individual you are. And that's what we really got to make sure that within ourselves, we're not allowing those things to overtake the positive nature that we actually are. All right. We evaluate and then we evolve. Our ineffective evaluation of where we truly are in life only places a cap on our ability to evolve. However, as champions, let's crack the case, y'all. All right. We all will have character flaws, but it's often tied to how we develop our weaknesses into a strength. And oftentimes, this means being vulnerable with someone you trust that can guide you to make the necessary shifts to become better for you. In Romans 5:3 through 5, it explains how we develop a better character through God's word. It's a marathon, family, and redesign your mentality and integrity in this process. This all speaks to your character as a whole. Be patient with yourself on your journey. All of us have a way of processing different things, but listen, be patient with yourself throughout the process. Because different things that have been fortified in your mind for a long time, they tend to take a while for them to break down. Especially if it's been for decades, especially if it's been family things that have been placed through your bloodline and through your bloodstream as well. You got to take those all into consideration as well when it comes to how you want to develop your character moving forward in life. So be patient with yourself in this process, but still make sure you're doing the work. Also, eliminate feeding yourself accusations about yourself and assuming the worst for your lives. We have power in our words. We got power in our words, family. We got power in our words, all right? You dig? In Deuteronomy 30:15-20, God's intent is for us to choose life over death. Feed life to your soul and to our soul. We have to feed life to our soul and spirit to keep cracking the case, all right? Self-control and self-esteem are pivotal to helping solve the case. If we can't remain poised when hell is around us and breaking loose, we need to get back in the gym and relearn and begin to incorporate a greater sense of self-control to our mental and spiritual diet. And let me tell you something. That is not always easy, and I'm not going to sit up here and act like I haven't failed this test many a time. I actually failed this test in certain areas recently, and I ain't going to hold you. Sometimes you trying to keep self-control for a long time, man, at some point in time when all hell is around you and it seems like you just trying to do the best you can to manage with that hell, it'll bring the worst out of you. It'll bring different things out of you that you already felt like you already had conquered and already had moved past. But honestly, sometimes you really got to go back and relearn some things. Get back in the gym of life within yourself, within your mental, within your spiritual, and really change your diet and your regimen in regards to, I gotta stay poised. I gotta keep my control underneath, control myself or whatever from snapping off or going crazy or going beyond the manner in which I need to at this particular point in time. And then don't beat yourself up in the process. We tend to beat ourselves up. We're our own worst critic in this particular sense, man. And listen, that's not always the easiest thing to do. But listen, y'all, we got to find a way to have that balance where we're giving ourselves constructive criticism and then challenging ourselves to be better from there. All right. And last but not least, y'all, we got E. Truthful evaluation of ourselves will always keep us evolving. Stagnation limits elevation. We got places to go, but we'll be stifled in how long we get to our destination if we can't be honest with ourselves in our pursuit of being champions in life. Family, we got to stay hungry to crack the case in our individual journey through life. A champion's mentality is never content just getting to the big game on the biggest stage. He or she craves the accomplishment of winning the big game consistently. The more consistently we are in cracking the case of our character, old or new, accusations or assumptions, strengthening our capabilities to stay in control and keep our self-esteem intact, that's a daily process and balance, not to become arrogant or narcissistic. However, at the end, truthful recognition of where we are on a daily will help us evolve quicker and update to the best version of ourselves for our future and our family. Keep all that stuff in mind, family, and I promise you, we all will get to that championship mentality where we're conquering life and life isn't conquering us. Peace and love to y'all, man. God bless y'all. Peace, love, favor, rest upon y'all week, y'all day, and y'all future. And as always, get your brother from another. Sending you love, sending you peace, sending you strength, and giving you that motivation for myself too, man. It ain't just about me trying to give y'all motivation. It's for all of us. Because we all need that self-motivation each and every day. It's hard out here with this thing called life. But with God on our side, the God that we use, we can't lose, y'all. All right? Love you guys, man. Until next week, y'all keep on doing y'all thing. Keep leveling up and being that champion that I know you are. All right? Until next time, your boy is out.